Bonjour YouTube, welcome back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Varesa and Xilonen. They are just running today as I'm posting this video. It should be when the banners are dropping. And yeah, in today's video, I want to talk to you if like you should pull on the rerun, and more generally, if you should pull on reruns in general in Genshin Impact. I think it depends of a lot of things. I get this question a lot, like people come in my chat and say like, oh, should I pull on Varesa? Should I pull on Xilonen? Should I pull on this rerun? Should I save for this character and stuff like that? A lot of people missed like supports for Flynn, Skirk, like they missed like Inefa, they missed Escoffier, they missed Llama and stuff. So there are some characters I would say that deserve being pulled on rerun if you miss them, and are pretty important for specific DPS if you have those DPSs. But yeah, I will go over that in this video. If you find this video helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment as well. And yeah, let's get into it. So first, regarding Varesa and Xilonen. Varesa is one of the best DPS in the game. She's really insane. She deals so much damage, like even if you don't have her weapon, especially in the current content, which is Stygian Onslaught and Spire Abyss. She's pretty much like, I mean, she's really well boosted in this endgame content at the moment. We got the last boss here that gives you, wait, not in hard difficulty, in Fearless Plus, that gives you 600% attack buff when you plunge or when you go up and down for 1.5 seconds, which makes the plunge characters and especially Varesa get insanely strong with this. Like a C0 Varesa can clear dire difficulty like super easily, even without like the best build, and you just go like C0. I mean, you still need C6 Chevaliers, but yeah, she can clear this endgame like super easily, of course, with the big buffs. In Spire Abyss, same thing. I think we have 75% plunge buff at the moment. So yeah, Varesa is insane in the current patch, of course, because they're trying to shield her and sell her. But even in general, like she's a really strong DPS. She doesn't necessarily need her signature weapon. Of course, if you have it, it's really good. But she can use Lost Prayer. Lost Prayer is really nice. She can use Witsith. I'm not a big fan of Witsith, but it's still a pretty good weapon in general. And she can use 2 out of the 3 buffs, so she can still benefit a lot from this weapon. She can use any like very high base attack weapon or lots of crit damage weapon. Kagura's Verity is also pretty nice on her. So she has a decent amount of weapon options other than her signature. And yeah, I mean, if you didn't farm the new set, the plunge set, you can also use Obsidian on her, which makes it much easier to build her. Even though the set is worse than the new one, it's still very good, and most people farm this set a lot for their Mawika, for their other like Natline characters. So it's a pretty good option for her if you don't want to farm the Long Knight's Oath, or you can just wait for the Strongbox eventually. So overall, Varesa is a very good character. She only has one team realistically. Like her best team is gonna be Overload. Oh, I just got Yansan Friendship 10, nice, cute name card. So yeah, I mean, she only has one team realistically, which is like Yansan Chevaux, and then last can be like Mawika, Durin, or Shengling or Pyro Traveler. Outside of Overload, you can do, if you have Xianyun, you can do Yansan, Xianyun, and then Farina, which is a very good team as well. But her best team is going to be Overload, and it's also much easier to play. You have less ER requirement and stuff like that. And the good thing is that on her banner, we got Yansan, we got Chevaux. So you literally cannot say, oh, I need those characters to play this team, and I don't have them, unless you're really unlucky and you don't get a single Yansan or Chevaux on her banner. You don't even need C6, honestly. Like, she's going to be great even with C0 Chevaux and C0 Yansan. I don't even have C6 Yansan. I'm clearing the game just fine. Of course, I have C6 Chevaux, but like she's still fine without C6 Chevaux. So overall, she's an insane DPS. Now, the question is, should you pull on reruns for DPSs? We're going to get new characters very soon. Colombina, Zibai, I don't know how good they are. I don't look at leaks, but that's the question with gacha games, is that, yeah, the characters are rerunning, but there's going to be new characters very soon that are probably going to be better. Even if the power creep in Genshin is not really that bad, like honestly, it's really not too bad. Even like Mawika kind of broke the game, but Arlecchino still cooks. Skirk still cooks. I mean, Skirk still top DPS of the game. Mawika still top DPS of the game, of course. The recent DPSs have been pretty good as well. It's just like kind of old characters that are falling off a little bit, but Varesa is still like top 5 DPS in the game at the moment. Like she's really, really strong, especially if you get her signature and her best set. So I would say in a vacuum, she's still worth pulling for. Now, if you have a lot of other characters and if you're saving for future characters, it might be a different story for you. And also, if you're a free-to-play player or low spender and you don't have a lot of pools, I would say in general, pulling on reruns for characters, if you're like low spender or free-to-play and you don't have a ton of pools, is almost always a no. You should probably save for future characters in the first place. If you're a whale or if you like don't mind spending money, then Varesa is always a good character to pull and I would highly recommend it. Also, the weapon banner is gonna be pretty good. And finally, well, I don't remember what I wanted to say. But yeah, I mean, she's still a good character to pull. If you don't have any electro DPS, honestly, she's an insane pull. In my opinion, she's like the best electro DPS in the game at the moment. And yeah, finally, as I said earlier, like you will get her full team on the banner, which is like you get the character, you get her full team, Yansan, Chevreuse, and then last one can just be Pyro Traveler or Mawika if you have, or Shengling, and then you're ready to go. So I think pulling on her rerun is a good idea. Now, as I said, depends how many pulls you have. If you don't have a lot of pulls, I would probably save for future DPS that might just be better. And yeah, same for Colombina, same for Zibai if you like them. If you like Varesa, of course, outside of the meta, she's a great character. And if you like her, like just go for the characters that you like. It's always the first thing to do is go for the characters that you like. Now, when it comes down to Xilonen, regarding Xilonen, it's hard to say, honestly. Like, it's the same as the others. Like, she's a good support still. Like, she's great in the Stygian Onslaught as well for the plunge boss. Maybe I'll put some like showcase, because I'm just looking at the character right now, but I might put some like Abyss or Stygian showcase at some point on the screen. Just so you don't get you lose attention or something. But yeah, I mean, Xilonen is great, honestly. Like, she's a great support. She's easy to play, easy to build. She's like really low investment. She can use different set. Here I'm on Instructor because I needed some EM, but the new, I mean, the Nalan support set is really easy to get, and you don't even need crazy stats on her. She doesn't need energy almost, unless you always play her with Farina. In terms of weapons, she just used Favonius. Like, she's really free-to-play friendly. If you don't have her, I'd say like getting one copy of Xilonen is pretty nice. On top of that, on the banner, you have Yansan and Chevreuse. There are two insane supports. So if you don't have constellations on them, or if you don't have them at all, then it's a pretty good banner, honestly, to pull for. Now, once again, there's a lot of supports. New Nokrai characters don't benefit really that much from damage bonus. So yeah, you don't use the scroll really. If you get C2, it's not even that good for... I mean, I guess Electro is kind of good for Flins. You get some more energy and stuff like that, but it's not even that good for like Nokrai characters in general. She doesn't buff Dendro. She buffs Hydro a little bit, but yeah, her C2 is not even that insane too much anymore, I would say. But if you get C2, she might work with Zibai as well and stuff like that. So she doesn't really work with Cryo that much anymore either, because if you play Escoffier Skirk, you want Mono, you want full Cryo and Hydro. So she kind of fell off a little bit, but at C0, she's still a very solid support for most teams. And she's still a very good character to pull for on the rerun. So as I said earlier, depending how many pulls you have, I would say she's never going to be a waste of pulls. But if you're waiting for Colombina and you want to guarantee Colombina, you want to guarantee Zibai, then she's still not like game breaking and she's not a must pull at all. So she's skippable for sure. Now, when it comes down to more like pulling on reruns in general, I'd say like, even if in the power creep in Genshin is not that bad, power creep is there as well. Like the new DPSs, I mean, Mawika has broke the game. Skirk is still one of the best DPS in the game. So like, for example, if Skirk reruns, if Mawika reruns, and you don't have them, I would say yes, they're very good characters to pull for on rerun, but who knows? Like maybe the next DPS in Nokrai is going to be absurd and going to double the DPS of Mawika. So it's hard to predict the future. With the information that I have right now, I would say I will try to rank like the characters I think are good to pull for on reruns, and at the moment it's going to be, in terms of DPS, it's going to be Skirk, Mawika, Varesa. Nefer, if you didn't get her and you have Lauma, is going to be very good as well. And that's basically it, honestly. Those 4 DPSs are basically super good to pull on reruns. If you have their supports. If you don't have their supports, then you need kind of their supports to make them good. If you have the DPS though, for example, if you have Mawika, if you have Skirk, if you have Nefer, but you don't have Lama, you don't have Escoffier, you don't have Inifa for Flints, for example, I would highly recommend pulling them on reruns. Once again, it's not the best to pull on reruns, even in Genshin, but Skirk with Escoffier is literally night and day, with and without. Flints without Inifa is night and day as well. Nefer without Lama is night and day. Unfortunately, that's the route that Genshin took recently, especially since Nokrai. And yeah, if you don't have their supports, I would try to save for the supports of those DPS, specific DPSs. And that's basically the only situations where I would pull for supports. If you have Mawika and you don't have Shilo as well, I think Shilo is a very good pull. I didn't mention that earlier, but yeah, Xilonen is so good for Mawika because she gives you so much energy for her. Same as Silali, for example. But yeah, if you have the DPS, you don't have the support, I think pulling the support is really, really valuable. Even if they fall off a little bit in the future, I think it's still like they're still must pull if you have those specific DPSs, and vice versa for the DPS versus the support. And after that, honestly, every other character, unless you like the character, I would not recommend pulling on reruns at all. Even Alikino, like she just reran, so she's not going to rerun in a long time. And she's still very good in the current Stee and Onslaught, but yeah, she might not be as good in the future. We'll see. I mean, we're getting 2 new Pyro character. I almost said DPS. I do not know, okay? If you don't trust me, you don't trust me. It is what it is, but I do not look at leaks. I don't know if Alice and Nicole are going to be DPSs or not, but we're going to get 2 new Pyro characters, so I don't know if they're going to be better than Alikino or not. But we already have so many Pyro characters, so it's probably not a good idea to pull on the future Alikino rerun if she has one. And yeah, honestly, just the recent DPSs or their supports are probably the only characters I would recommend pulling on reruns. After that, it's kind of cooked, honestly. Like, all the other stuff is just not good, honestly. Like, Raiden's kind of cooked, Yaka's cooked. Navia is still good, but it's not great compared to, like, the best DPSs. Chiori, whatever. Chaska, kind of whatever. Mwalani, Flints, Kinage, Cloran. Yeah, it's kind of all cooked. If you consider the DPS of the best DPSs, like there's no reason to pull them for them in terms of meta. Now, if you like a character, once again, like I always say, pull the characters that you love first. And then after that, if you care about meta, then you can follow the advice of people recommending stuff for meta. But if you don't care about meta, then all I'm saying here doesn't matter. Just pull for what you like. And yeah, that's basically it. So power creeping Genshin is not that bad, but it's still not the best thing to pull for reruns, especially on DPSs. But if you have their best supports, or if you have the DPS and not the support, then depending the situation, depending how many pulls you have as well. If you're a low spender, like, it's almost never worth pulling on reruns unless, as I said, specific DPS or supports. If you're a well, or if you're a well, then I would recommend pulling way more characters, but it depends what you have as well, once again. But yeah, that's basically my opinion on pulling on reruns, pulling for Varesa, pulling for Xilonen. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to pull for them. I will be live today to do some viewer pulls, probably. I don't know how many I will have, if I'll do a lot of pulls. And I'll play a bit of Varesa and Xilonen as well, probably. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.